To start off my scholarly person presentation, I'm going to start with a quote by Denzel Washington. I think a role model is a mentor, someone you see on a daily basis and you learn from them. Alright, so there are many traits of a scholarly person, and a really important one is passion in everything they do. Coming with someone you can look up to, and make sure that they are very knowledgeable and well-rounded, knowledgeable in most of the things that they, most categories that they know, I guess. And they have to have humility and willingness to admit mistakes. No one likes a know-it-all, and they can get kind of annoying, so admitting when they're wrong is very important. Make sure they are reliable. They have to be there when people need them, and most importantly, I think, is to leave a legacy. Great mentors won't live forever, but their words can. Some more traits. I made up some of these traits, the 3 M's and the 3 A's. It's very important for a mentor to have, or a role model to have morals. They have to have high moral values and basically practice what they preach. And being a mentor, that's the 2nd M, is they need to take personal interest in the person and demonstrate a positive attitude. And the 3rd M is motivation. They need to learn to pick people up when people are down. And on to the 3 A's. First A is approachability. The mentee should always feel comfortable approaching you. And the 2nd A is availability. A mentor should always keep your availability in mind and not only around him or herself. So that's pretty important. The 3rd A is ability to listen. Listen well and listen with an open mind, along with providing counsel and advice to the mentee. My everyday hero is my dad, and he is knowledgeable and tries the best he can to relay that information onto me. And I've looked up to him for as long as I can remember, and an everyday hero is someone that you can go to when you have any sort of questions, whether it's on the basketball court or academically. And they should be a person that you strive to be, and my father is that person. So my academic and professional plan is to complete this semester at Winona State, Rochester, and then I'll be taking 2 summer classes this summer, one in May and then one in June. And that will be, the end of this semester I'll be completing my junior year, so I will have 1 more year after that. And then I will take full credits, fall semester 2015 and spring semester of 2016. And I plan to accept an offered internship with Brand Inc. in California. And I think this internship would be a good opportunity for me to get experience in the field that I would like to go into, which is marketing and which is advertising and business, all in that. So I would like to either work for Brand Inc. or work for a company similar to Brand Inc. and or open up my small business. Some future challenges. The biggest challenge about the future is the future itself. No one really knows what's going to happen in the future. Everything's up in the air, but it's always important to have a plan. Like I said, nothing is set in stone, so just because you have a plan doesn't mean it won't change. And a lot of people will have their own family in their plan, and it's, even though you have them in your plan, it can still change your plan, if that makes sense. But they are a huge, I shouldn't say discrepancy, but they're a huge plan changer, I guess, even though they're in your plan. But another obvious challenge is sticking with the plan. So that actually goes to referencing from the book Luck is No Accident. Chapter 2, always keep your options open. I've always been terrified because I don't know what I want to do with my life, or a certain thing I want to do career-wise. And this chapter really opened my eyes to make me realize that keeping my options open is exactly what I should be doing. So that was really cool reading that from the book. Some social effects and benefits of an educated person. Being educated gives you more opportunities, and success is built on opportunity. So if you are educated, you have a better chance of taking care of your family financially, which leads to supplying them with opportunities. And it's pretty much a big circle. Once, if you are educated, then you can educate your family and or financially be stable for your family. That way, when they are financially stable, then you can give them education, and once they have education, they can give their family education. So it's a big circle, basically. And another benefit is keeping up with the world. We live in an ever-changing world, and the more you're educated, the more you can keep up and adapt with all the changes. Making a world a safer and more peaceful place. An educated person is well aware of the consequences of illegal and or wrong actions, and they are less likely to get influenced and do something illegal if they're an educated person. Another social benefit is turning your dreams into reality. A lot of people have dreams. I think everyone has dreams, and you can make the dreams a reality if you are educated and if you do have experience in a certain field and are successful in that field. Also, being educated, you are more likely to get jobs and have experience, and the more jobs we get, the more our economy grows. So that is very important. Professionally speaking, if you are educated, you do have more opportunities. And I'd also like to reference again from the book, Chapter 4. I found this to be pretty accurate or pretty relatable in my life right now. It says in Chapter 4, try it even without knowing the outcome. For my internship in California, I'm nervous to do it. I don't know if I'm going to do it. The main reason is because I don't know the outcome, and that scares me, and of course it scares a lot of people not knowing the outcome. But I read a lot of stories in this chapter that talked about people trying new things, and how that opened doors for a lot of them. And I think that would be a great experience for me to do that, and it's definitely opened my eyes in that area. And also another experience that I could have is a part-time job at a bar /restaurant downtown, and it could help me to open up my bar and restaurant, and so I can have experience in that in the future. So that is also very important. Everything happens for a reason, and if you do nothing, then nothing will happen. Get out there and take chances, and I'd like to leave this presentation with a quote from George Bernard Shaw. A life spent making mistakes is not only more honorable, but more useful than a life spent doing nothing.